Who fucking cares about 2 inches? I'll tell you people who care about 2 inches. Talk to my wife. Am I right? It's a boomer comic for you. We're now deep into October, and you know what that means. It's time to get spoopy, and not the Bellsprout we saw during the Shuckle episode. It's time to get spoopy because it's spoopy season in the real world and on your favorite Pokemon podcast, To Kill A Delibird, where we're talking Pokemon today and more ghosts. We got a ghosty week for not the first time on this podcast, which is very fun and interesting. I'm Kellan. I play Pokemon. My co-host, Graham, doesn't know much of anything. Graham, how are you doing?
I've learnt a thing or two. I know that ghost type is strong against psychic, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, I got that right. What is strong against ghost, though? I always forget.
Also Ghost and now Dark.
Ghost and Dark.
At this point. Ghost and Dark. And yeah, that's it.
So nothing. It wasn't weak against anything at the start?
Well, Ghost.
Oh, right. Other Ghost.
But also, it was because the only Ghost line was part Poison, and so they were weak to Psychic as well, because of the Poison type.
Oh, yes.
And Ground.
Oh, yes. You've told me all this before, but
yes.
I constantly forget it.
A few times, I think.
Yeah. That is just not a detail that's going to stick. I don't know why, but Ghost typing. I got to study before or something.
It also just made no sense, so because they just fucked everything up. So,
cool.
Gen 1 was held together with Scotch tape and a glue stick. That's what I always say.
And everyone loved it.
Yep.
So you mentioned spoopy season, Kellan. What are your favorite ghost movies? Do you have any? Or ghost shows?
Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Oh yeah, nice.
Those are the good ones. Very scary, Horror movies, very freaky.
Very freaky. I actually also don't like horror movies, so I would just be really cliche and be like original Ghostbusters. It's fun. I don't know.
I got really nothing against horror movies. I don't like jump scares, but I can
I don't know.
A horror movie.
I like, I guess, high concept horror movies, or horror sci-fi or horror comedy, ones that are just all ideas.
I like a thriller.
Thrillers are all right. Yeah.
With a bit of a horror twist.
I feel like you would appreciate horror comedies. Have you seen many or any? It's kind of a niche genre.
It's a good one. I don't know if it's a horror, if it's a dark comedy. Have you seen Ready or Not?
No, what is that?
That one's good. So a woman marries into a rich family. Their company is a board game. They make board games, and we learned that apparently their ancestor or something, when creating this company, because it's a generational company, made a deal with the devil, an actual deal with the devil for success in this thing. And the deal the devil made with them is that anytime someone enters into the family, they got to play a game. They have to play a board game.
Okay.
They have to play some kind of game. Normally, it's just a regular game. They have this thing that tells them which game to play. It's some supernatural thing, and normally it's just a regular game. But every so often, hide and seek pops up, and they have to play hide and seek. And this is a bad thing, because according to this deal with the devil, if hide and seek comes up, the new person married into the family has to hide, and the rest of the family needs to hunt them down and kill them by sunrise, or they all die.
I am looking this up while you're talking, and this actually looks kind of fun.
It's very good. I very much enjoyed it.
It looks ridiculous, but kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't want to give things away, but it's a good time. It's a good watch.
Got Adam Brody from the OC. Sign me up.
Yep, and Ready or Not is just a great name for the concept.
That's true. Yeah,
very good.
I'd go see. I like this horror comedy called. I like American Psycho a lot, but I feel like that should be obvious by the Mew 3 saga. Have you ever heard of a movie that I actually think you would really like specifically because Alan Tudyk is in it? You like him, right?
Who's that?
Oh no, maybe it's somebody else you like. You like Matthew Lillard. They're kind of
almost Matthew Lillard's my guy.
They're kind of similar to me for some reason. Alan
I know
Tudyk,
this guy. What have I seen him in?
A Knight's Tale, Dodgeball.
I've seen Dodgeball, but I don't remember him in Dodgeball. He's very recognizable, though. I'm looking through his filmography.
He plays Patches the Pirate in Dodgeball. But anyways, the movie I was going to bring up is Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is it's kind of a spoof or subversion on the whole killer what are they called? Killer hillbilly thing, the Deliverance thing, you know that cliche from horror movies. So there's hillbillies in the woods that eat people or something. But in this, Tucker and Dale are just two innocent, down-to-earth, good old boys who live in the woods. And what happens is these, like, teenagers roll up to the lake to, like, party and stuff. And the teenagers keep, like, accidentally dying. But they're dying just by accident. Like, they're, like, tripping and falling and stuff. But they think that Tucker and Dale are killing them. But Tucker and Dale are just trying to help them. But to them, they're looking like the evil hillbillies. So it's really funny.
Did you call this guy's character in Dodgeball Patchy the Pirate?
Yeah, is that his name?
No, it's Steve.
Oh, okay.
Patchy the Pirate
Pirate's from
is the SpongeBob guy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's how my brain works. I don't know. Steve the Pirate. Yeah.
Steve
the Pirate.
That's a good movie too. I should watch that again.
Dodgeball's pretty funny. Yeah.
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
I mean, this is the problem with bringing up Dodgeball, though, is everyone just quotes it. But it is very quotable.
It's very quotable. Yeah, it's like Borat, you know?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. Oh, that line. Yeah, it is like Borat. Anyways, Kellan, you got something for us today, right?
Okay, so Graham came to me the other day and he was like, Kellan, I'm desperate. I need your help so badly. You're the only person that can save me right now.
This is an interesting interpretation of our conversations, but go on.
I don't have a bit. And I was like, I got a couple in the can I can use. So this has nothing to do specifically with this week, but it does kind of go back to some other stuff we've talked about in the past, mainly the Granbull episode when we were talking about Pokemon categories and how the fact that Granbull is noted as the fairy Pokemon and doesn't really look like a fairy, right?
Right, yeah.
Right, yep. So I took that and I thought, I assume Graham knows nothing really about Pokemon categories. I could make a fun quiz out of that.
What's a Pokemon category?
Well, it's what the Dex says a Pokemon is classified as Granbull is the fairy Pokemon.
When it's like, this is Diglett, he's the wiener Pokemon.
Exactly.
Like when they're like that.
Or to call it to the episodes from today, the Dex calls Gengar the shadow Pokemon.
Okay.
So I thought we could do a fun quiz about that, which I am calling Dexing Down. So are you ready to you ready for a good Dexing Down?
I'm good for the whole Dex down. Dex me up, Dex me down, Dex me all over the place.
You're going to get Dex down today. Remind me at the end of the quiz to tell you what the working titles were.
The logo you made is
gross.
100% disturbing, given your satirization there. And I'm a little bit ashamed to be a part of this, but also thrilled. So let's go.
You knew what you were getting into. It's been 92 weeks.
It's just that usually I'm the one grossing you out, so...
So, the premise of the game is I will give you a category, and I will give you 4 Pokemon. The category matches one of these Pokemon in the Pokedex. So, do you understand what I mean when I talk about the categories now?
So, I mean, sorta.
So, like, Bulbasaur, you catch Bulbasaur, and the Dex is like, Bulbasaur, this is the seed Pokemon.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So, every Pokemon has its own category. Some of them share categories.
Okay.
Like, there's quite a few puppy Pokemon, as noted in the Dex.
Okay.
But I will give you a category and 4 possible answers, and you have to choose one answer. And I thought it would be more fun, instead of looking at giving you points, we could do something that can carry over through episodes and quizzes. So today, you're going to play for prizes.
Oh my God. Okay.
You have 6 questions,
This is
6
wild.
potential prizes. You will win a prize after the first one's correct. And then after you get another question correct, you can choose to upgrade your prize. If you would like, you can stick with the prize you currently have, or you can upgrade it to whatever the next one is. Your hint is the silhouette that you can see. Now, if you're listening on the audio, you can't see the silhouettes, but this will be a primary, you'll be able to follow along this game. It won't be hard without the visual, but there will be a video version coming up later this week.
So I can choose to upgrade.
Yeah, or you can stick with the prize you have, yes.
And why would I stop or upgrade?
If you don't think that the next prize will be as valuable as the one you currently have.
Okay.
That's up to your judgment, really.
Okay.
So there will be 6 questions, and let's get started. So, do you understand the rules?
Yeah, I think so. You'll give me a category. I pick the Pokemon. Am I able to assume that there's only one correct answer?
Yeah.
Every question? Okay. Yeah.
Also, you can ask me questions to try and pick something out, but I am allowed to shoot down any question I deem to give too much information.
Okay.
I will just choose not to answer something. Also, out of the 4 possible answers, 1 is correct, 2 are options that I chose, and 1 is a Pokemon I randomly generated.
Ooh, okay.
Just for fun. And they are listed all in alphabetical order. So once again, you cannot try to use the answer order to determine what is what.
You put so much thought into these things.
I don't like being played. I like playing others.
Okay, as
All right.
as evident by the title. Yes, go on.
All right. Your first question, you will be looking for the duck Pokemon, as noted in the Pokedex.
Okay.
Your 4 choices are Combee, Ducklet, Psyduck, and Quaxly. Which of these Pokemon is known as the duck Pokemon?
Okay, so Combee is the randomly generated one, I'm guessing.
I will neither confirm
otherwise
nor
that'd
deny.
be wild. I'm just talking it out. But the other 3, yeah, I mean, like, obviously you picked 2 of these to mess with me, but like, oh my god. This is hard. I mean, they're all ducks. And I don't remember what Psyduck is. If they're like, it's Psyduck, the duck Pokemon. If they're like, it's Psyduck, the fucking idiot Pokemon. I don't remember. I think Quaxly's like swag duck, ducklet. But ducklet like is like the most like that's just like it's just a duck. I'm gonna go with
Depends
ducklet.
on what you think.
I'm gonna go with ducklet.
Final answer? Oh, that's unfortunate, because the correct answer is Psyduck.
Oh,
Ducklet is the water bird.
That's a
Quaxly
duck.
is
A water bird.
the
No, I guess more
duckling.
things can be a water bird. Oh, and Quaxly's a
And-
duckling.
and Combee is the tiny bee Pokemon.
Oh, this is bullshit. I want my money back.
So your next category, question number 2, you'll be looking for the ball roll Pokemon. And your
Okay.
four options
These
are
are-
Rellor, Celio, Surfetched, and Voltorb.
Wow, this is brilliant.
The ball roll Pokemon.
Wow. I mean, I really got to think this thing through. So, like, Surfetch, I think, is the random one again, because the other 3 could be ball rolling. Rellor, it looks like it's literally rolling a ball in the picture. So, I've never heard of that thing, but that could be
It's
it.
Gen 9.
Celio, probably plays with balls. And Voltorb is a ball. I don't think it's Voltorb, though. I feel like I would have remembered ball roll, but maybe not. I don't remember this shit at all. I actually think it's Rellor. Final answer, Rellor, because it's literally rolling a ball in the picture.
Oh, no, that's
Oh my
the rolling
God,
Pokemon.
Fuck off.
Celio is the ball roll
I'm gonna
Pokemon.
burn this quiz to the ground.
It's a seal, like a circus seal. And it evolves from Spheal, which is a ball. It rolls around Spheal.
Okay.
And
But
Voltorb
Rellor's
is the
literally
ball
rolling
Pokemon.
on a ball.
Yeah, but it's the rolling Pokemon, because
Oh,
it rolls the ball.
Yeah, it's all verb all the
Yeah.
time. Okay.
And Surfetched is the wild duck Pokemon.
And it is the wild card in this
Yep.
quiz.
All right, question number 3. You can still win up to the 3rd prize if you
Okay.
get all these right. You're looking for the Jettison Pokemon out of these 4: Bombardier, Corviknight, Latios, and Veluza.
Holy shit.
The Jettison Pokemon.
Now, can I look up a definition or can I request
Sure.
a definition?
I will get you a
What
definition.
does jettison actually mean? Like, it's one of those words that I have like a notion of, but
I had to look this up anyway, so you
Yeah.
can have the definition. Jettison, verb, throw or drop from an aircraft or ship. Or noun, the act of jettisoning something.
okay. After that, I have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it could be Bombardier then, if they, were taking that to heart, because jettison sounds like you made a face. I don't know what that means, because it
I
sounds
forgot
like
you can see me.
you're dropping
Whoops.
something. Corviknight looks, I don't know, not like a jettison. Latios, he's jettisoning. He could be dropping stuff. In Veluza, no, I don't think so. So I'm gonna go with Bombardier. Final answer. Or is it Bombardier? Bombardier.
I think it's Birdier.
It's French Canadian. Bombardier.
Because it's like bombard.
yeah, Bombardier.
I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But if that's your final answer, it's incorrect. It's Veluza.
Fuck off.
Yep.
It
I don't know why.
actually is.
I don't know why it's
Why'd
called
you make
that,
the
but-
face then? I thought that meant I got it.
No, I was giving the camera the get a load of this guy look because you were going in the wrong direction.
Oh,
But Bombardier is the item drop Pokemon. So you were like close. Like that's why I chose Bombardier. Corviknight is the Raven Pokemon.
And is there an explanation for why Veluza is the jettison Pokemon?
No idea.
It's
I've got
under.
no idea.
It's a fish. It's
It's a fish.
underwater, right?
Yep.
What's that have to do
I
with
don't know.
jettison? I think that might have been a mistake, and they were thinking like jetties, like eddies and jetsam
Eddies
and
and jetties?
flossam, jetsam and flossam. Yeah.
I will quickly look at its dex entries and see what those say. Oh yeah, it's because Veluza is known to like shed its own flesh.
Whoa.
Like
Okay.
it sheds the
it
flesh
sheds
and uses
spare-
it like a
spare
sword or
flesh from its
something.
body to boost its agility. Huh.
I have not used it, so I'm not super familiar with it. But yeah, it just like drops parts of its body. That's why it is the jettison Pokemon.
That's one way to lose weight.
Yeah. Okay. 2 more questions.
Oh, this is brutal. Have I ever done this poorly at a quiz?
I don't think
Maybe.
so. You've gotten like at least one question right usually.
Okay, let's see.
Your
This is hard.
your next category is the Jolly Pokemon, and your options are Floatzel, Happiny, Lombre, and Quagsire.
Well, now your whole thing about not wanting to get played, because the problem is for all of these before, there's been like a trick to them. There's been a Pokemon where it seemed like, oh, it's probably this one, but then it's this random other
I
fucking
can't make it
bullshit.
too easy.
I know, but now I'm like,
I guess I could have
feel
made it
like
easier.
the opposite, the obvious one here would be Happiny. But I feel like Happiny, you're going to be like, oh no, Happiny is the slightly jolly Pokemon. Lombre is actually jolly, and it's got to do with a move he uses where he references Jolly Ranchers.
That'd be quite a move. I mean, what a weird
Quagsire,
sponsorship.
I don't, is also like, but I think Quagsire is like the kleptomaniac Pokemon or something, right?
From our perspective, from the anime, yeah.
Yeah, and Floatzel is having a good time too. I don't know. I guess I'll just go with. I'll go the obvious one, but I feel like this
You're
has
gonna
to
go
be
the
wrong.
obvious one.
Happiny. Final answer.
It's Lombre. I'm sorry.
It actually was Lombre.
Yeah.
Because of some Jolly Rancher bullshit.
I don't know.
Happany's the
I'm looking at its
Playhouse.
dex entries. It's a mischief maker. That's all the dex really says.
That is a bullshit.
It feels horribly unpleasant to be touched by this Pokemon's hands. So I don't know.
What is this? What is this Happiny?
Playhouse Pokemon.
The Pee-wee's Playhouse Pokemon?
Yeah. Floatzel is the sea weasel, and Quagsire is the water fish.
Oh, I actually thought he was the kleptomaniac Pokemon. Okay.
All right. I believe there is one more question to go. You can still win that first prize. I put so much effort into making all these prizes, and you just...
And I might. Well, you said they carry over, right?
Ugh.
So they'll come back in the future.
They can, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm going to... In the spreadsheet, I'll put a sheet of Graham's inventory, and it's all the prizes you've won from my game.
The first one looks like it might be a slice of pineapple. I want to reveal if that's true.
I can reveal 1 or 2 at the end to
No,
tease for the next
I
time.
need to earn it. I need to earn it, Kellan.
All right.
Okay, what's
Well,
this next
your final
stupid bullshit?
category... Sorry, no, there's 2 more questions. This is the Megaton Pokemon.
Oh, there's 2 more
you're looking
questions.
for.
We've done
Yeah,
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. Either that or I miscounted horribly.
Hmm.
This is the Megaton Pokemon, and your options are Copperajah, Donphan, Golem, and Tinkaton.
I think that maybe, perchance, you have told me this one before. Once upon a
I don't know.
time. Because I feel like we had a weird conversation about Tinkaton once.
Oh, I've talked about Tinkaton because I just like it.
Now,
I have a big
Donphan is
hammer.
like the rolling Pokemon. Golem could be it. I don't remember. I don't know what a Copperajah is. What gen? Is that a newer one?
8. Sword and Shield.
Okay. I mean, it's a nice looking Pokemon. I don't love
This
that
big
name.
steel elephant.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tinkaton because like Megaton Hammer. I'm thinking like Legend of Zelda Fire, like Ocarina of Time, the Fire Temple. You know.
Well, Tinkaton learns a move called Gigaton Hammer, but it is
Oh.
Golem.
It is Golem. Oh
It
my
is
God.
Golem.
I said it maybe could be. Fuck.
Yep. Copperajah is the Copperderm, Donphan's the armor Pokemon, and Tinkaton is the hammer Pokemon because of that big
Are you
ass
playing
hammer.
along at home? Are you also getting fucked by the dexing down?
Yep. Getting real fucked up. All right. This is the final one. You are going to be looking for the Dragon Pokemon.
Okay.
And your 4 options
Fuck, I gotta get one
are Dragonite, Horsey, Goodra, and Salamence.
right. Goodra.
Knock yourself out. Think outside the box.
I think that there's like weird shit here with like I actually thought like maybe Kingdra or someone was called the dragon Pokemon. Categories don't need to be the same for the whole line, do they?
No, not necessarily.
Huh. Yeah, I think they use that one really weird. So I don't know what the fuck a Goodra is.
Gen
But
6's
dexing down.
pseudo-legendary.
And why goo? Does it
It's
shoot
slimy.
goo? Okay.
It's all slimy and stuff.
Salamence, that one looks familiar. Is that in like Smash Brothers or something?
No, I don't think so. Not as a fighter, that's for sure.
No,
It's
not as a fighter, as a
It's one of the
as a
Gen
trophy.
3 pseudos.
Okay. Then we got Dragonite. It's a classic. I think it might be Horsey. I'm just going to go throw a random one out there. Horsey. I got to shoot. Final answer, Horsey. Come on.
There was a potential 4 points to be earned here because it's all of them. I gotcha.
Oh, she gave me a free point.
Yeah, but it's all of them. It's all 4 of them are called the dragon Pokemon.
Oh my god. That's wild.
It was a gotcha.
No, but that's good because I still got a point, right?
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that until you got all the other questions wrong. And I was like, well, I feel a little bad.
You were going to force me to pick all of them. But I asked you before if I could assume that there was one correct answer.
Yeah, but then what am I supposed to say? No, because then you know that there's a trick somewhere in there.
Oh, fine.
Just
whatever. I'm taking this. I got it right.
Yeah, 1 point. All right. Would you like to trade in your no prize for the first prize?
Fuck you having to say that out loud. Yes, I would.
All right. Well,
come on,
you called
slice of pineapple.
It's a slice of pineapple.
How can I tell?
You won.
It's a very distinct arch, a slice of pineapple, right?
And these are all items from Scarlet and Violet that you can get in Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, really?
You can get a slice of pineapple for your sandwiches. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't really belong in a sandwich.
There's many things that don't belong in sandwiches that you can put on a sandwich in Scarlet and Violet. It's a mess. It's a disaster.
I think you could make a good sandwich that has pineapple in it, but it wouldn't be my first choice.
People put pineapple on burgers.
Yeah, on pizza. Yeah,
I'm not a pineapple guy, but
I'm kind of medium. Like, I'm not really into putting it on stuff as much as other people, but you know what I did find is good? If pineapple's on something and like jalapenos also. Pineapple and jalapeno.
Sweet and spicy.
Make like a sweet and spicy. That's really nice, yeah.
All right. Well, you want a piece of pineapple. We'll keep that on record in the spreadsheet, in the Holy TCAD spreadsheet.
Can I eat the pineapple? I just have to hold it forever.
No, you got to put it in your pocket and just let it rot.
Just let it make my pants wet.
Yeah, pretty much. But that is dexing down. I think I could bring this back. I'll make it maybe slightly
really
easier.
Interesting quiz. It was brutally hard. Holy well.
I did not expect it to be that hard.
Shout me out in the comments if you got any of these right.
I thought you would at least get the duck one right. I thought you would go straight for Psyduck.
I forgot. I mean, they're all ducks except for the tiny bee.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, that's dexing down. Let's get into the episodes, shall we? Today, we're looking at episode 183, A Ghost of a Chance, followed by episode 184, From Ghost to Ghost. It's the Ecruteak 4th badge arc. So let's get into A Ghost of a Chance.
Well, Kellan, things have been looking pretty bleak, but we're finally here in Ecruteak. So it is time to tweak our expectations.
Boo.
That was fucking sleek,
Kellan. It was
Kellan.
fine. It was okay.
Wow.
All right.
You're weak.
We're finally here in Ecruteak. We see the Tiin Tower in the distance.
I'm on an streak.
Oh my god. 4th badge is just one fight away, we learn.
I'll only stop if you pinch my cheek.
So we're in the town, and it's old. It's very old, just like Graham. Very old.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Kyoto.
It's based on Kyoto.
And this is, it is, okay. Yep. That's what I kind of figured, because Johto is supposed to be the Kansai region of Japan too, right? Like the whole province around Kyoto and Osaka.
Something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure. I think I've read that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go with that. That's fine. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Kanto is based on the Kanto region, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, Kanto is like the Tokyo region.
Yeah. But we are in Ecruteak. It is old, based very much in culture and history. And then the gang nearly gets set on fire by this random guy named Infernando, which, I mean, great name.
And this is a kind of a reference to one of the NPC style characters, right? You know how you've got
Trainer
like
class
Youngster Joey. Trainer class, thank you.
There's a fire breather class.
Yeah, and they look like this, right? They're jesters.
They look like that.
They look like jesters. He's kind of like dressed in like pink or purple.
Yeah, his character design definitely stands out.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous.
In this style, because he's very big and not as proportional feeling.
Almost menacing.
Yeah, a little otherworldly.
And he's
uncanny.
just like breathing fire at them. Okay, so that's crazy. But he kind of reveals what he is. He's like a traveling salesman. And he's selling something weird. What is this thing, Kellan? This is also a game reference, what he's selling, right?
Yeah, he's trying to sell a treasure detector, which we would know as a dowsing machine or an item finder in the games.
Right.
And Ecruteak is where you get the dowsing machine.
A dowsing rod or dowsing
Yeah.
machine it's called. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's consistent so far. I never really used those things. Should have I?
It depends. There's some reasons you would want to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You wouldn't want to just run around with it all the time. 'Cause sometimes it gets annoying to use. But there are some good items that you can only find, like that they're hidden. So
Okay.
there's like in Fire Red and Leaf Green, you can only get the leftovers with them, and the leftovers is a very good item.
Okay, interesting.
So it has its uses. But also the treasure detector that we see in this episode is actually pretty much the exact same design as the artwork for the item finder from Gen 1 too. So that's nice.
Oh, extra cool. Okay.
It's a neat little
So we're hit with a
bit.
whole bunch of game accurate references right off the start.
Oh,
We love
yes,
to
I love
see it when we like get back to these sort of canon event locations.
Mhm.
Very nice. Like I love when they have these. They did that for the whole Slowpoke Well saga too, and Goldenrod had a bunch of little nice touches like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the little
consistent.
events from Gen 2 have been sprinkled in the right places usually. So
I mean, and they're memorable. Like it's a memorable game. It's one of the ones that a lot of us old timers are like, well, Gen 1 was good, but Gen 2 was like the better game. Like Gen 1 had
Yeah.
all the designs we really like, but Gen 2 has like, ooh, what a sick ass game.
it also functioned right.
Yeah,
So
it also worked.
That
It
helped.
was tuned a little better. Yeah.
But also like the Gen 1 anime didn't hit on the little beats
No.
as well as
Yeah,
the Gen
yeah,
2 anime is. The little game beats.
That's
We
true.
got the Sudowoodo, we got the Slowpoke Well, we got the Apricorns. You don't really get that all that other stuff in Gen 1.
Well, it's sort of
you don't
it's
get the
sort of
Sylph
rushed,
Company,
as we've
Yeah.
said before. Yeah, you don't get Sylphco.
the Game Corner, all of that Team Rocket stuff. You don't
Right.
get Dead Marowak.
No,
Which was unfortunate.
Lavender Tower is very different. So
Yeah. So Infernando can tell that the gang are filthy, gross tourists because they're carrying around a guidebook. And so
Oh.
he can rip them off. He knows that that's a sign that he can
So
take
just
advantage
like
of them.
real life Kyoto, this is a tourist trap. We actually did get approached by someone trying to sell us like $30 tickets to their quote unquote museum. That wasn't, I don't think was actually a museum.
In England, when I was in London, I got approached by a guy dressed as like a monk or something.
Mhm.
He was claiming to collect donations for a temple, but he wouldn't take the small coins. So I think it was a bit of a scam.
I only
and the
take
little,
card.
Yeah, and the little sheet of paper he had, as I remember, all of the people that signed it had very similar handwriting. So
Oh, that is suspicious.
yeah.
You were very observant.
So yeah, he's trying to get someone this treasure detector. He's trying to show it off. Walk around till it beeps. It means you're standing over something valuable. And even stupid Ash, thinks that this is a ripoff.
Yeah, he goes, this is a scam, right?
Yeah, let's get to the gym. But Brock's kind of interested because it might be it'll help him find a girlfriend.
Because that's the treasure he cares about. Misty
Aw.
drags him away, though. He's like, shut
Aw.
the fuck up.
Meowth and Jesse now are bemoaning having lost the twerps, but James is actually quite positive because he knows that they're gonna pop up at the gym eventually. So if we go to the gym, we'll find them. And then wobbuffet agrees by popping out of the fountain, which was fantastic. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Wobbuffet's just making a whole bunch of noise this episode.
He was having a bath in the public
Meowth
fountain.
and Jesse are really hungry.
Starving.
So they want to learn about the food. James fills them in. The food here is pizza, funnel cakes, and sushi.
Excellent food. So Jessie hands over the sack of money. She's too hungry to go look for food. James will be back in 3 shakes of a chocolate shake.
All right.
And
The
gang's at the gym,
You didn't like my Ecruteak streak.
the gang is at the gym apparently. They're like, this doesn't look like a gym. And then we see a statue of an Arcanine. And then we go back to Team Rocket, or we go back to James.
And
He's looking for
James
food.
meets Infernando, runs into him. And Infernando, well, he knows the way to sell anything. I'm just the guy you're looking for. And James goes, I'm not looking for any guy. I don't know what that was about, but it was funny.
You can be looking for a guy, James. It's okay. Embrace yourself. All right.
Is this more evidence that he's a closet homosexual?
No, I think it's just that he's looking for food.
Oh, I thought he was deflecting here.
Yeah.
It's okay, James.
But
We accept you.
There are no more iconic duos in this show than James and getting
James
scammed.
and a scam.
Yeah. So you just
It's so
know,
true.
as soon as you see this, he goes back to Team Rocket and he spent all the money on this treasure detector. Jesse and Meowth are very upset with that, of course.
It's actually kind of a consistent trait that he gets scammed easy because he like grew up in affluence, right? He was in this like little bubble.
Yeah, I
I
guess
think
so,
that
yeah.
it's led to this sort of naivety and maybe a lack of appreciation for money sometimes.
Possibly, yeah. Doesn't understand. But I like to think that, because he spent all the money on
On
this
the
thing.
treasure detector.
I really like to think that James was like, oh, that looks really cool, but I don't know if I have enough money. I only have $25. And the guy's like, wow, that's $25 is exactly what it costs.
That's exactly what it costs.
And
That's
James is like,
100%
wow, what a
happened.
coincidence.
That is 100% what happened. Yeah.
But his idea is, we got this detector. All we got to do is go find treasure. Then we can sell the treasure and buy all the food that we want. So he starts to douse around. And there's something here. So he digs up the street a little bit. And he finds a dirty bottle cap.
Whoa, Kellan. That isn't just any old dirty bottle cap. It's from a 25-year-old 9.5-inch cola bottle.
Ounce.
This thing is a collectible treasure.
9.5 ounce, not inch.
Oh, yeah, I heard inch. Ounce makes more sense. I was like, that's interesting. He like measures the height of it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they measure liquids in liquid ounces or inches.
Well, I just didn't know about it. This was sort of like, I respect your game, James. I did not know that you went into like the height of the bottle, but okay.
But yeah, what a find. This thing. Jesse just wishes we could dig up a pizza or even an anchovy. Yeah. Meowth bemoans.
I fucking love anchovies. I don't know if you knew that. Anyways. That's all.
So we go back to the gang. They're at this burned down tower. And they're like, is this the gym? I don't know. Maybe he got burned down recently. And Brock just like stares at the wood. He's like, nah, this place has been like this for years. You can tell by the wood.
And then it burns down super recently.
Oh god.
Blah, like right now. It just bursts into flames.
We gotta get out of here. It starts spreading. It's blocking exits. And they tumble down the stairs. And then the fire starts again down there. So let's use our water Pokemon. Totodile and Staryu come out. The water isn't doing anything. I know that the music here is pretty cool, but Totodile does the hand-warmy thing. He realizes the fire's not even hot. It's not even
just
warm.
Like jumps into it. He's like hanging out in the fire. Yeah, there's no heat from this at all. It is an illusion.
Oh.
So Ash remembers which of his Pokemon can combat illusions. Well, it's Noctowl because of, Hoot Hoot and the whole forest thing with the Gary. Remember that stuff? I vaguely do. Foresight can dispel illusions. So he sends out Noctowl. Noctowl uses Foresight. There isn't fire here. There's just a whole flock of Ghastly. What is a flock of Ghastly called, Kellan?
A
ghoul of Ghastlies?
A ghoul of Ghastly. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I like that. That's fun to say. A ghoul of Ghastly.
A ghoul of Ghastly.
That's fun. Yeah, let's go with that. That's fun.
Sweet.
But yeah, they reveal the Ghastly, and Brock just goes, they're the ones creating the fire illusion.
There's a good detective moment. Nice one.
So the Ghastly all start nightshading, and then Noctowl just tackles them.
Yeah, and
to knock them out.
I was gonna ask you about does this work, but they explain this stuff much in the other episode, like a lot. But so Foresight makes them vulnerable to physical attacks, right?
Yeah. Okay. When I first saw this, I thought, oh, come the fuck on. And then I remembered, oh wait, Foresight is a thing. So Foresight, when it's used, not only does it let your next attack hit without fail, but it does let you hit a ghost type with normal or fighting moves.
Oh, okay. Here they kind of made it, they don't really go into next attack. They make it seem like it makes them vulnerable, period.
Yeah. And in terms of creative changes to how moves work, I can live with it. It definitely gets a little egregious.
Tedious, otherwise, but
it gets a little egregious at some points, but I can be fine with it.
Okay.
But yeah, they talk about how it makes a ghost Pokemon vulnerable to physical attacks, but no, it's to normal and fighting. They can be hit by physical moves that aren't those types.
Interesting.
In general, so. Hi, it's me in post. I know I sound different. I don't have my little bit. I'm doing this in one take because I gotta get this done. But I gotta make a little correction because I got something wrong. I know, it was totally blasphemous. We talk a lot in this episode about how Foresight works, both in the game and in the show. And I talk about Foresight not being faithful to the games, and how I'm actually kind of fine with it as a creative decision. Yeah, I think you just heard that. But I was actually wrong about that. I thought Foresight works as a one-turn thing. You use Foresight on a ghost Pokemon, it's vulnerable to normal and fighting for the one turn. That's actually not true. It is in fact, how it works in the show, where Foresight just makes that Pokemon vulnerable, period, until it's, like, switched out or something. You'll have to forgive me, I just never fucking use Foresight, so I don't remember the specifics on that one. I didn't want to cut anything out of this episode, because there's some fun discussion later with the Foresight stuff, but just know, I do know that the Foresight depiction in the show is accurate to the games, and it is not what I thought it was. So, there you go. Back to your regularly scheduled decad.
Yeah, so Noctowl tackles him, and then some Haunters show up.
Oh, no. So Pikachu tries a Thundershock, but they started just, like, apparating all over the place. And then, boom, there's a Gengar.
Ooh, there's always a Gengar. He's always the leader.
Pikachu goes for a Thunder. Stop, some guy says, as he walks down the staircase in, like, a beam of holy light.
The ghosts all obey him.
Yeah.
This venerable hippie. He kind of looks like he plays guitars at parties where nobody asks him to.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, I can see that.
It's that shirt. I don't know what you call that kind of shirt, but it's that shirt.
It's a blue shirt.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Kellan.
No problem.
High fashion with Kellan. Actually, that would be really funny.
About as much as I know.
to live stream like a high Paris Fashion Week kind of thing with you, and we try to like interpret.
We
what the
should.
Fuck's going
Oh my
on.
god,
that would be so funny.
That would be fun. Shout us out in the comments. 30 subs.
If
Twitch.
you want to see TCAT do Paris Fashion Week.
Or the Met Gala, or anything like that. Yeah, okay, so this guy comes walking down the stairs, and he's like, they're not trying to hurt you. They're just defending against your intrusion. I know them well. I'm Morty, the Ecruteak gym leader. To which Brock responds, you're the Ecruteak gym leader? Brock,
yes.
what's up with you today?
What were you looking for?
Are you okay? So Ash challenges him, but this is not the gym, as most people think. And I'm thinking if most people think this is the gym, they gotta fix the signage out there.
Yeah.
Like this.
It did say it was the gym. All of the guidebooks sent them there. I'm pretty sure Google Maps said that was the gym. There were reviews on it. They were good reviews. So that's weird.
Yeah, they gotta contact Google to change that business page, because they kind of lost access to it when the last guy retired. They forgot to get the password from him. Now he's dead, so it's kind of awkward to
now
go
he's
ask the
actually
family.
one of the Ghastly that lives there.
Oh,
full circle.
That's nice. Oh, that works out. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But this place was once a place of brightness and hope, and now it's darkness and depression. And many ghost Pokemon live here.
Yeah, and we'll get into the lore of this place, because this is actually interesting lore-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So Ash spots there's a wood carving on a back wall of a Ho-Oh. And Ash is like, yo, bitch, I saw one of those. And Morty's like, you can't unless you're 1,000 years old or
get real
300 years old, because it vanished
3 centuries ago. Hasn't been seen for that long. But we even get the flashback to the first episode, where we were reminded that, yes, Ash, in fact, did see this.
Yeah.
Unless we're all being gaslit. In which case, I don't know.
Collectively.
But we get the pretty good backstory lore of this place. The Tiin Tower that we saw earlier is a copy of this tower. This tower was the original, to which Ash asks, what happened to this tower? Ash, it burned down. We're standing in it. Come on.
Well, okay, I don't hate that question, because there are some details.
Yes.
Why did it burn down? So the ancestors of Morty, I guess, originally built this place and protected it, and it was supposed to be kind of represent the unity of Pokemon and humans. And the interesting part about it was that is where Ho-Oh made contact with people. So that is first contact. Circa, we don't know how long ago that was, but since then we have gone into the Dark Ages because we've lost contact with the Ho-Oh. And we lost contact because invaders, some evil ninjas, wanted Ho-Oh's powers. They invaded, and the tower got burned in the invasion, and Ho-Oh's like, fuck this, I'm not talking to you bitches ever again.
Never came back.
They leave the old tower up as a lesson.
Yeah. And they built another one in hopes that they could persuade Ho-Oh to come back with all of their Ho-Oh simping. They even tried donating $50 in the hopes that Ho-Oh would say their name on stream. Unfortunately, Ho-Oh has ignored their donations all these years.
Broke boy much?
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
That was a Pokemon joke. Anyways, keep going.
Go outside, people.
Go ahead. Are you telling me to go outside because I knew that reference?
No, just a
You know
general.
the
Make sure you go
Broke Boy
outside
one?
once
I'm
in a
doing the
while.
Kellan thing where I make a joke and then I want you to know the
I don't
reference.
watch Pokemon.
No, you
I
don't
don't
need
know.
to watch her. Like, blew up. Never mind. It was when people were getting mad at her for the price of her cookies. She has
Oh,
a
yeah.
cookie company, and she was like, "Broke boy much?" And then people were like really offended. I think it was kind of both funny that she said that was a little stupid, but it was also funny that people were offended. It was like if you care so much, just stop paying attention. Like, none of this
Yeah.
matters.
Don't buy the cookies.
Yeah,
You don't need the
exactly. Like, you
cookies.
don't need her cookies.
You can get Chips Ahoy at the market for like $4 a pop.
And
There's
you
also a
maybe
lot.
don't even need
but-
cookies.
Nah, you need cookies in your life.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
sorry.
need
That
cookies.
was too far. You're right.
Yeah, I'm very offended right now. Broke boy much? Jeez.
Broke
So
boy.
anyway, yeah, Ho-Oh's never come back. People are starting to think these days that Ho-Oh maybe never even existed. This is just an urban legend. But Ash has seen it. So who's to say? Suddenly we see Togepi running around. Togepi, what are you doing? And she finds a little hole in the wall and crawls in. Pikachu chases. The gang goes searching as well. But it's kind of like a maze down here. It's going to be hard to get around. But luckily, the ghosts know this place like the back of their hand?
Ooh.
Well, I guess Haunter and Gengar have it. They're back of their whatever. Their
Back of their
ectoplasm.
apparitions. Back of
Yeah.
their ectoplasm's good. Yep, we'll go with it.
So they're looking around. The ghosts are looking around. This is this good battle music in the background. Pikachu continues to chase Togepi, and then we see Team Rocket. They're approaching the burn tower. James' detector going off. He seems to have found a whole bag full of bottle caps already,
Ooh.
which they're very valuable to collectors. So Jesse and Math are like, let's fucking sell them. And James is like, no, no, never. I will never sell my bottle caps.
This sounds like every retro game collector who like tries to pretend like it's an investment, you know? And it's like, okay, sell them. I'm never gonna sell them. I love my copy of Little Samson, even though it's worth $1,500.
I'm telling you, Alvin and the Chipmunks for the Wii is gonna get above $2 eventually.
Dude, that sounds like a banger. Is that a real game?
Yes.
Do you have that?
No, I don't, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
There are 2 Alvin and the Chipmunk games for Wii, though.
And Kellan wants both of them.
Yep. I've always had the idea, if I have a Twitch audience, movie night the game. Patent pending.
That is a fun
play
idea. Yeah.
Shitty movie games, yeah. So Team Rocket, yeah, they're searching around. Suddenly we see Togepi and Pikachu both emerge from this well thingy, this other shrine. I don't know what this is. But Pikachu is ready to zap Team Rocket, sight unseen. But they're like, no, we have Togepi. Do you want to shock your friend? So Pikachu gives in. They got both of them.
Oof.
But there's some eyes watching. Uh-oh, spooky.
Well, it's a good eye, because that is a ghastly that then goes back to Morty, tells him what's going on. Cut again, Team Rocket's running away. They're celebrating. They're like, oh my god, we did it. This is amazing. And then a Gengar tongue trips them.
Oh, gross.
You tripped me, Meowth, Jesse says. Meowth goes, I tripped too. And then James, with the ultimate line, goes, it must have been something. I love that. That was a good joke.
Gengar confronts Team Rocket, and then the gang shows up as well. Prepare for trouble, we've got Pikachu. Make it double, we've got Togepi too. That's your motto. Meowth just slashes Ash's face.
Yeah.
Slashes Ash's face. Slashes Ash's face.
Say that 10 times drunk. Your claws deserve applause, James yells.
James and Jesse are very impressed by this. But Pikachu, we forgot to mention, Pikachu and Togepi, they're strapped to Team Rocket's back in what look kind of like baby Bjorns.
Yeah, they are exactly that. And
quite
Togepi looks very cute on Meowth's back.
Oh, Togepi's having a great time during all this.
Yeah, he's having fun.
She's just like running around, wind in her hair, or lack thereof.
Oh my god, what do you call the Togepi's head? It's basically like Bart Simpson's hair.
Yeah. I think it's just flesh. I don't know if it's furry.
Yeah, I don't think it's furry.
So yeah, Pikachu's struggling around in his little Bjorn. Togepi having a blast. Ash and Misty are gonna battle them, and Jesse's ready to fight. But Meowth is like, oh, guys, hold on. We always lose. Let's just run.
Mm-hmm.
And James is like, yeah, that's a good idea. And so they run.
Gengar flies after them. You call that
Yeah.
flying? I think it is. I don't know.
Levitating,
Yeah.
floating. Ash calls them cowards, which, I mean, they are.
Bitch, fight me.
And they're like, you can't catch us. Nah, 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 nah.
What? I mean, Gengar's getting pretty close, so...
Gengar catches them, yeah.
Arbok and Weezing are going to try to fight. They tackle at Gengar. Gengar dodges and then hits them.
Throws them into a tree. Gengar then blocks Team Rocket. And then Morty asks them, morally. How can you do this? You're people. We're people. And Team Rocket like, we're Team Rocket members first. People second. Meow's like, I ain't even a people.
That's funny. That was a good one,
That was a good one. Good one, man. Real bangers. So then Gengar Nightshades breaks the Bjorns, releasing the Pokemon, launching them in the air. The Haunter and Ghastly return them safely. But this ain't over. Arbok and Weezing come back out. They go after Gengar. He disappears right at the last second, floating above them. And so Arbok goes for a wrap. And this shouldn't have done anything to Gengar, but it also doesn't do anything because Gengar just kind of just like nopes out of there. Just apparates out. Whoop, boom. And then goes for a Shadow Ball. And the Arbok and Weezing go for a team hit, but the Shadow Ball hits really hard. There's an explosion. They go blasting off again. They've lost everything, including the treasure detector. No. And
Brock is observant, though. He's like, you're probably going to battle Gengar tomorrow, Ash. So
yeah, when the dust clears,
notes.
When the dust clears, they notice that Gengar Shadow Ball made a big crater in the road, which is going to be a problem for the city people, and they're not going to be very happy about that. So Morty.
Yeah, they probably have problems with Morty. Morty and the city are also going back and forth with civil disputes.
This sign is on my property. No, Morty, your property ends 2 inches this way. That doesn't. Who fucking cares about 2 inches? I'll tell you, people who care about 2 inches. Talk to my wife. Am I right? It's a boomer comic for you there.
Yes, okay, Rodney Dangerfield. How big is your penis? No, okay. It's now sunset.
Baby, let's go.
They're going to battle tomorrow. Okay?
Yeah.
They're not going to battle tonight. It's too late.
Been a long day.
It's been a long day. Mr. Brock are unsure if Ash can actually beat him. It's going to be a tough one.
Ash is the main character, so I think he'll be fine.
We'll see. I don't know. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. How will he fare? The narrator says. See for yourself next time. It's a 2-episode plot. Oh my god! And there's this really nice, calm music that kind of crescendos at the end. I thought that was a nice touch at the very end there. But that's the episode.
All right, literary hour.
Ghosts. Something about ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ghosts. Sure. But actually, I was thinking of this trope, the evil tower of ominousness. From TV
scary.
tropes, which is, just the cliche of a big spooky tower. It's actually very common. As per Stephen King's Dark Tower series, which does some like subversions with the concept, but titularly there's a dark tower that binds together a multiverse and spooky shit happens. The Ministry of Truth from 1984 kind of captures this, right? It's a giant ominous building and it's mysterious and presumably full of bad stuff inside. Who knows?
Brainwashing. No, that's the Ministry of... No, that's the Ministry of Love, I think. Where they brainwash people.
No, I thought it was the Ministry of Truth, but yeah, whatever.
Because they make them love.
Ministry of Truth is the news, the fake news one. Then
that's where
right
our protagonist works, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yes, he is. Works at the Ministry of Truth, and the Ministry of Love is where they brainwash people.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then dollar in the jar, but I have to say there are so many evil towers in Lord of the Rings.
I hear there are 2 towers.
There's at least 2 towers. There's actually even more. Because there's Minas Morgul in Mordor, where the Witch King of Angmar takes up place. There's Orthanc, way up north. Was that it? No, Orthanc is Isengard. It's the tower inside of Isengard. Right. There's the towers in front of the Black Gate to Mordor. There's Dol Guldur in Mirkwood, which I believe is where Sauron is appearing as the Necromancer. And then there's another one of the 2 towers. There's Barad-dûr, where Sauron lives during the main books. Now, what's interesting, though, about bringing up Lord of the Rings, Kellan, is it actually pushes this trope a little further, is that they really like to have towers that used to be good and then kind of fell into evil. That's like a cliche. So a lot of these towers were actually built by, say, the Númenóreans or some sort of older race and were once used for protection or by the elves for some sign of good. And something bad has happened and now they've turned into these spooky, ominous towers, which is like what happened here. There's the invasion, lit on fire, and now it's full of ghosts.
Yeah, I'll definitely remember that.
Well, you'll remember the theme. You don't need to remember all the stupid names I just said.
Yeah,
no, I take that back. Actually, Lord of the Rings is the best names. But oh, sorry, Tolkien. Sorry.
That's right.
This is the 4-pour, the plastic ping pong pitcher of objective rankings. We're going to pull 2 categories from random from the pitcher, rank the episode based on those categories. What do you got first, Kellan?
Our first category will be the world's worst detectives.
Oh, there were some good ones here.
There are some
I mean,
pretty solid ones.
To me, it doesn't get much better than James's. It was something, or whatever that was. How did they go? It must have been something.
Yeah, and there's also Morty being like, I'm the Ecruteak gym leader. And Brock goes, you're the Ecruteak gym leader.
Yeah, and there was another good one from Brock, too. I think.
Yeah. They're the ones creating the fire illusion.
Oh, yeah.
That was that. Yeah, you're the Ecruteak gym leader. Ash being like, what happened to this tower? As it was burnt down, as we saw. So some pretty good ones.
Pretty good ones.
Pretty solid.
I mean, it must have been something. It's just pure gold to me. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be ranking high
It's a
almost
door.
just based on how funny I thought that was. But the other ones help reinforce.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, I'm actually going pretty high, Kellan. I'm going 8.8.
0.8? Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely above average. I'm going to go 8.2.
Oh, yeah, nice.
That's
Up there in the
8.5 for world's worst detectives. Second category will be... Dr. Mario's Miracle Cure.
Was this a passive forward? A pay it
Yeah,
forward?
Mario's crazy jizz pill.
Now, this has to do with if we think shuckle juice is involved or what?
Or like any kind of
Doping?
healing or doping of any kind. Did
Oof.
anybody get like a miracle
No.
cure? Yeah, you're right.
No one did.
Is there
Bottle
anything?
caps.
Are there any big stretches we can make?
Well, I mean, there's the Ho-Oh stuff, and I mean, I would like to imagine that that whole thing was a racket, that Ho-Oh doesn't actually have any powers, and instead he's actually, Ho-Oh himself is one of the kingpins of the Shuckle Juice ring. Of
Okay, but
getting
wait.
Shuckle Juice. You know, when Ho appears in a neighborhood, just a month later, it's full of Shuckle Juice. Coincidence?
I think not. What about like the fact that like your quote unquote miracle cure is typically a scam, and we have our Infernando selling a scam.
A scam artist? Okay.
I can add like a point for that. I can do that in my conscience.
That is a stretch, but I mean, I'm kind of following.
It is along the lines of Shuckle Juices being like some kind of racket.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Dr. Oz and Infernando probably are buds. Yeah, I hear you.
So there's that.
I mean, this is weak, though.
This is weak.
1.5.
Yeah, I'm going 1.
For a brief sniff of rackets.
So it's a 1.25 for that, which brings this one down a ghost of a chance to 4.875.
Wow. Those are, two polar opposite scores. Very interesting.
But it stays in the 4-poor by...
You don't see that every day, folks.
By its own miracle, so...
Oh, the real miracle was in it all along.
Also, do we give it another point for that? No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck off. I mean, you could, but whatever.
So, let's go to... From Ghost to Ghost.
Ooh,
I like that name.
I kind of like that name, yeah.
That's fun.
Play on Coast to Coast.
Last time on Pokemon Z.
Yeah, so we get the full recap. It takes a while. Frieza's just killed Krillin, and Goku has been grunting relentlessly. That could turn into something good. All right, so it starts off, and Ash is dexing Gengar. He wants to get ready for the fight, right? They're chilling at a Poke Center.
The Dex doesn't know shit about it, though.
Yeah, the exact entry from the Dex is actually, we know fuck all about Gengar.
Gengar, the shadow Pokemon.
We know, fuck all.
Who knows? Which, I mean, this is the third time that they've dexed Gengar, and the Pokedex has just been like, I don't fucking know.
It's kind of like checking the fridge every time you walk by, and it hasn't changed.
But you would
it's
think
the same
by this
jar
point,
of pickles staring at you.
Yeah. Maybe this time there'll be a rotisserie chicken in there.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
I'll summon some cold cuts, I swear.
But Brock says, at least we know Morty's using ghosts, so we can plan our strategy around that. Joy brings the Pokemon back, and apparently she has nothing else to do, so she just sits and chats with the gang for a bit. Ash is very tense.
I could see that happening on downtimes. I think that Joyce would actually be really good resources since they see so many of the people, right, that come through in a town.
Well, she does say most trainers struggle against that Gengar. She can see Ash is tense about it. But she says, hey, you've got a Noctowl. That's like your secret weapon. And Brock agrees. Not hornily, Like, he just agrees. He's not
Yeah, it's
horny
civil.
for Destroy.
I love seeing, I mean, it's a low bar, but like, I love seeing character growth, him talking to a woman like a person, very refreshing.
So at the gym, we see Morty demonstrating Gengar's Confuse Ray to a bunch of kids. Something about mental tricks are better than brute force or some shit like that. And then there's Ash, ready to fight. He's like, I'm ready for a challenge.
I'm here, bitch.
Should we come back later? Are we interrupting?
He's like, nah, I want the kids to watch. Oh.
Teaching is...
Sorry.
Now, moving on. Morty, he's like, nah, I'm just teaching. It's an important part of gym leader's job. And I don't think we've ever really seen that. Gym leaders tend to have other jobs, from what we know. But
yeah, sometimes they're like, I'm a gym leader, but I'm also a gardener. But this time, no, they're actually, well, I mean, Erica was kind of teaching stuff.
Yeah.
That might have been the closest, actually.
Maybe education is the most common job amongst gym leaders.
Could be.
Maybe. So yeah, the kids are going to watch the battle. Meanwhile, James, after having said that they lost the treasure detector last episode, is like, wow, it was so good that our treasure detector blasted off with us, because I still have it, and it still works.
Yeah, I know. It was like they almost...
Cool.
Yeah, it was like, whatever.
You could have gone back and fixed that line last episode.
Yeah, he could have not said that they lost it. Anyways, whatever. It's working again.
Could have said you lost your dignity.
The bottle cap collection's looking amazing. And Wobbuffet is just shrieking during this.
Wobbuffet is just like looking into the camera. It's like looking at us, being like, get a load of this guy.
Get a load
what are they
of
talking
these
about?
Freaks.
Meowth doesn't get what the bottle caps, though. But yeah, James has them like in a folder now, like a binder. They're all
very nice.
Sectioned into their spots. But the detector's starting to go crazy near the tower, so there might still be something valuable there. And Jesse, it goes that crazy enough, Jesse's willing to investigate. To which Wobbuffet just kind of like looks in the camera again, being like, I think he knows that this is a waste of time.
I kind of almost got like in Wobbuffet's world here, he's realized he's sort of in a sitcom.
Yeah.
He's like trying out a catchphrase that just isn't catching on. Right? He's like being like, what you talking about, James? What you talking about, James? He says it like 3 times and he doesn't get any laughs. So he's like, oh, fuck.
He's doing that thing that we all do after The Office and Parks and Rec, where something dumb happens and we just like stare off into the distance like there's a camera there.
Or you make the gym face.
You do the gym face.
Yeah.
That's what I do all the time. Oh my god.
You made it. I mean, you made it to me on the call earlier. So.
Hey, I forgot you could see me. I thought I was doing a snarky wink to the audience, but
no.
Oh well. So, Wobbuffet thinks this is a waste of time. Jesse's like, yeah, go lean over the side. Jesus, Jesse, are you telling him to jump?
Oh, dark.
Anyway, the battle's about to begin, but first we got to go see Team Rocket again. They see the battle, and they realize, hey, there's the twerp. Maybe we can get 2 treasures. So now it's time for the battle. Quick, cut, all over the place.
Fighting for the fog badge. It's going to be a 3v3. We get some special rules here. Challenger gets the first attack and substitutions. Gym leader is locked in for every Pokemon.
Ghastly versus Noctowl will be the first matchup. Brock and Misty, they're like, Ash, why? Save Noctowl for later.
Don't blow your load right away.
God. Ash is like, I know what I'm doing. I don't know if he does. I don't think he ever does.
I have a very short refractory period.
So he goes for hypnosis, and some good battle music comes on. Ghastly dodges. Noctowl goes after, uses Foresight, finds Ghastly, goes to tackle it, but Ghastly dodges. Morty's like, just because physical attacks can work doesn't mean they will work. Okay.
Morty.
Noctowl keeps trying to tackle it, but it keeps getting dodged. Goes for another hypnosis. Ghastly gets around and licks Noctowl out of the air, and so Ash takes
Morty's
Noctowl back.
exact command is, don't look and lick.
Yeah.
Close his eyes and just lick away. And this is when Noctowl gets retreat into the ball.
Yeah, and Ash is like, you did exactly what I needed you to do.
Oh, you fell into my plan.
Brock gets it, though. He needed the Foresight to keep Ghastly in view. And Meowth and Jesse are outside looking in, and they're quite captivated by the match.
Yeah, they're into it. But James is just, he's got some treasure maybe in another building?
There's treasure in that room over there.
Ooh.
And so back to the fight, though. While Foresight's still working.
Pikachu versus Ghastly.
Pikachu's in. Quick attack goes for it. It hits it. Ooh. Which, again, Foresight should only work for 1 turn, but whatever.
No, but it lasts forever in this.
It lasts for a time, yeah.
And he hits
Ghastly
B
gets
down,
back up.
Gets the T-Bolt, but Ghastly dodges that.
Don't let Ghastly recover! Pikachu goes for the Thunderbolt. Dodges Nightshade. Pikachu goes down very quickly.
Very quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one for Ash when a heavy hitter is out so early.
To a Ghastly.
Yeah, to the weakest bitch. Like, come on.
Jeez. Ice Shade's gonna be tough. Pikachu rests up, leaning against his backpack, which was cute. He's like a little chair for him.
Oh.
Cyndaquil's up next. He's not gonna quit.
Cut to Team Rocket, and they're finding valuable treasures, so they don't care about Pikachu because they can get these funds first. But a bunch of Ghastlies appear and kind of spook them. That's going to come back later.
Well, they find Meowth a new charm for his head. That turns me out. He's like, "Oh yeah, fuck Pikachu. Let me get this shit." Yeah, and then a bunch of Ghastly show up. I assume they get murdered. And then back to the fight. Cyndaquil, flamethrowers. Ghastly dodges and Nightshades, but Cyndaquil is quick attacking to dodge. Ghastly goes for the lick, but he misses, and Cyndaquil jumps up his tongue and tackles it.
That's pretty sick.
That was
runs up
something.
the tongue. Yeah.
Ghastly goes down. It's 1-1. Morty's next choice.
Get a stupid detective moment.
Yeah. Morty's next choice is Haunter, to which Misty says,
"Not another ghost type."
What were you expecting, Misty?
Didn't he just go over how he
That's all he has.
Ghosts?
Jesus.
Not another ghost type.
So Cyndaquil flamethrowers, but Haunter's even faster than Ghastly. He goes for the mean look on Cyndaquil. And they're like, "Oh, what's that?"
Is the ghost line, the original ghost line, known for speed?
Not really. I mean, it's a special attacker mainly.
Okay.
They are
so
speedy.
This is a bit of a... Okay. Yeah, they're
Gengar is speedy, at least.
Here they definitely try to push at least the speed of these three ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's, he's been doping them on whatever that's called. Speed X? Is that what it's called?
They've got good speed, but they're not, like, their special attack is, like,
good
the big
speed.
Thing. Yeah. But yeah, Cyndaquil, they get mean looked, and like, what's that? We learn Cyndaquil is now stuck on the field until the match is over, until someone goes down. And Misty's like, "What? That seems unfair." No, it's a move, Misty.
Yeah,
it's legal. Yeah. Brock explains it. It's legal. You can do it. It's fine. He goes into this whole thing about like the restrictions, blah blah blah, making trainers think on their feet and adapt. And like, sure.
He definitely makes it sound much more boring than he needed to.
Mm-hmm.
So Cyndaquil's going to use a Swift, is where we're at.
Yeah, see, Swifts, which again, that should not have worked for sure. Especially because this Haunter has not been foresighted.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess so.
Because only Noctowl's doing that.
Okay, that I'll definitely give you then. Yeah. I think because the show was sort of acting like, okay, it gets foresighted once, then it's vulnerable. But now to go, it doesn't even need the foresight. That was a miss. Yeah.
But Haunter swings back with a hypnosis. And Cyndaquil, it looks like he's going to get hit by that, but he smoke screens to break it. And Haunter uses his floaty hands to just grab Cyndaquil out of the smoke screen.
Reach down and grab him is Morty's command. And he's
kind of freaky.
What is it? Oingo Boingo? I don't remember.
Bongo Bongo.
Bongo Bongo. Thank you. Oingo Boingo is a band and a JoJo villain. Bongo Bongo from Ocarina of Time in the Shadow Temple, right?
Yep. Or the what's his name? I don't remember his name, but the guy from the Temple of the Gods in Wind Waker.
Oh, I don't remember that either.
Irock from Super Mario 64.
Master Hand from Smash Brothers.
The Tiki guy from the end of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Nintendo loves their big head and hands bosses.
Right, it's a classic. Yeah. Actually, isn't
well, Returns is rare. No, not rare.
I guess this is kind of spoilery, but doesn't Super Mario Wonder have something like that near the end with hands?
Yeah, I think so. They just love it. I mean, hey, if it works.
Yep.
So anyway, Haunter grabs Cyndaquil out of it and just starts licking.
Ash can't return. He did get that mean look before, so Cyndaquil's gonna go down from all of these licks.
Well, Haunter just like throws him on the ground. Throw it on the ground.
After he's done, like a used popsicle.
I'm an adult. Throw
it to the ground.
Welcome to the real world, jackass. Yeah, he's done. It's 2-1 now. It's not looking good for Ash.
No. And Ash has to use Noctowl because it was a 3v3. You can substitute, but you are locked into your first 3 Pokemon choices. That means the next battle has to be Noctowl versus Haunter, and Noctowl's going to have to win the next 2 for Ash to win.
Ash is ready for a comeback. He's fully thinking he can do this. And so back to the building with Team Rocket. They're see
in heaven. They're dreaming of food. Oh, there's so much food they're going to eat forever.
Cat food that doesn't taste like cat food for Meowth.
Oh.
But they're just hallucinating. It's the Ghastly. They're messing with them.
Yeah, they've got them enchanted.
Yeah. So back to the fight. The horns are back, like the trumpets and stuff. Battle music.
Oh, the
great
music.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Noctowl goes for the foresight to reveal Haunter sends the hands at
Use your
Noctowl, but he dodges.
hands. They miss, yeah.
Goes to lick, but Noctowl
Fly
flies
up and
up.
dodge.
Dodges barely. Goes for Hypnosis versus Haunter's Confuse Ray. They collide.
They hit at the same time. It kind of looked like Noctowl's confused, but maybe not.
Yeah, he gets up, but his eyes are a little
His
weird.
eyes are funky.
So he is confused because he's got like 2 lines across his eyes, not just one. That's how you
That's how
know.
we can tell. It's like a pregnancy test, okay?
Yep. But he's still going. Haunter goes for the Nightshade, and Noctowl goes for the tackle, and kaboom! Noctowl flies right out of the explosion. Apparently, taking the Nightshade so close canceled the Confused Ray's effects.
This was some bullshit.
What the fuck was that?
That was some bullshit.
What?
That makes no sense. There was no precedence for that. Well, okay, but you can get knocked out of confusion when you're hit, right?
No, it's just a chance thing.
Okay, that's stupid then. Doesn't make
Maybe
any
they're
sense.
taking the cliche route of, you got hit in the head and have amnesia. Let's hit you on the head again, and maybe that'll cure you.
I guess. Like, I don't know what else. Unless they're saying that, like, okay, is Confuse Ray psychic?
Ghost.
I got nothing.
But it can't hit normal types. Like, that's a ghost move that can hit anything.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's dumb.
I got nothing. So
and then
he's
Brock,
fine. And his head is glowing. Noctowl's head is glowing now.
After Morty says all that, Brock's like, I see, tackle attack worked, even though Noctowl was confused. Now Noctowl was looking stronger. Really pointing out all the good stuff. But yeah, then his like horn eyebrow thing, whatever they are, start to glow.
Yeah, his horn brow. Yeah.
And Brock's like, I don't know what's happening, but I think it learned confusion.
How did Brock even guess that?
That's a great question, because I got a question from Tristan, and this is just paraphrased. Tristan wants to know, how does Brock just know this? And what are those? And what are those things? He's wondering too. What are those things on Noctowl's head? Tristan wonders, is this the fabled Noctowl penis? I don't think so, but it's a
no. His penis isn't on his face. His penis is large and floppy.
Yeah.
When it's erect, it's kind of like a mighty katana that can carve a mountain in half with a single slash. It's turgid and robust. It scares and overwhelms, but also entices. That is the journey of the Noctowl penis.
And when it's flaccid, it curls up like a yo-yo and becomes invisible to the human eye.
Yo-yo dick. That's sick. I didn't even mean to rhyme. Sorry.
It's a great, put that on a shirt. Yo-yo dick? That's sick. Yeah, what the hell are these things?
I don't know, Tristan. This is like very weird. I mean, you said it before, Kellan. It's his horn brow. It's his
eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just like supposed to be the tufts of feather stuff above an owl. You know, they have like a tufts of hair. I don't know.
Eyebrows, large bushy eyebrows, can be interpreted as a sign of age and wisdom. Traits that are sometimes associated with owls.
Well, yeah, they have those large things.
Yeah.
I mean, they're called ear tufts, I guess, is what I'm finding when I Google stuff about owls. They're called ear tufts. So those are its ear tufts. And if you look at pictures of owls, yeah, some of them do have these like big, long ear tuft things. And and actually in the real world, often ear tufts will glow a bright blue when they come close to a plant called a nightshade. Amazing. Wow.
Really?
No.
Oh. Yeah, that seemed a little...
I was using my lectury voice.
Otherworldly.
So you were like, what?
Yeah. But I mean, no, like,
that was bullshit.
There are things that glow, so I was like, it's possible, but...
No.
Yeah, it seemed a little weird.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. This was random. I think they pulled this out of their ass. I don't think it made a lot of sense. Other than that, they needed like the magic move to come out of nowhere, right? For him to like level up during the battle, which was fine. But then there was no discovery of that move, right? It's like Brock just like knew it, and that kind of didn't make sense. So unless like Brock really knew Noctowl's like level and he like had studied what moves were coming next, maybe.
Except in Gen 2, Noctowl doesn't learn confusion till level 41.
Oh, and you don't think this is a level 41
what
now?
What the fuck? Well, Morty in Gen 2 is level 25.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
God, Gen 2 movesets suck.
Oh.
Level 40 for confusion? Jesus. That's like a psychic level.
I tried using Noctowl in, this was the Gen 4 version in Heart Gold, and I did not like them that much.
Confusion at 22 in Heart Gold. That's better, but still not great.
That's much better, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's what's it called? Ex
Yeah, it's a
Machina.
Deus Ex Machina.
Confusion Ex Machina,
Yeah.
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 So,
I think move along. There aren't good
it's whatever.
explanations
Yeah.
here. And no, those are not dicks on his face. The dick is beyond us all. Continue, Kellan.
So Haunter lunges out, but the confusion just knocks it out immediately.
Yeah.
It just goes down. It's 2
And
to 2.
Morty has never seen a Pokemon learn a move during a gym match.
Come on, Morty. How many gym matches have you had? 4?
2. Hey, one
This
of them
is my
was
first
against
one.
his mother. Yeah.
So it's one more match. Gengar versus Noctowl.
Yeah, big
Ash-
boy's here to play.
Ash has to win fast because Noctowl's already hurt up a bit. So he goes for confusion. Gengar goes for Shadow Ball. They collide. Big explosion. There's the
power
epic metal
everywhere.
music comes back. Yeah, those like shock waves are like flying everywhere. And Gengar disappears. And Noctowl, we know, needs to foresight to reveal Gengar, but it's night shading from the shadows all over the place. Noctowl is focusing on dodging them, doesn't have time to get out foresight. That's not a good thing.
What does he do, Kellan? How can he get out of this?
Gengar's invisible. We get the strategy talk. Gengar's invisible. But it's out there somewhere. Like, you can still hit it. How do we hit it if we can't find it? And so Ash has the brilliant idea. Noctowl, just use confusion over the whole building. Everywhere. Do it
Use
everywhere.
Confusion everywhere.
Spray it. Spray and pray. And
Say
this-
it, don't spray it, and it flies everywhere. I was like, okay, whatever.
Why don't you just do this every time if it's a guaranteed hit?
That's
or
a
whatever.
sick move.
So there it is. They reveal it with the confusion. So they
And I also
foresight.
thought it was funny how when he thinks of this, everybody's like, yeah, that makes sense. It's
Good
like,
answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
Show me Noctowl penis. Okay, so
Oh, we've
Gengar
definitely
goes.
done that one before.
Probably. But this is relevant. So Gengar goes for the Shadow Ball after they've been revealed by Foresight. But Noctowl, before it can get out of the Shadow Ball, tackles it. And Gengar hits the ceiling, falls to the floor, tries to get up, but goes down. Ash has won the match and his 4th gym badge.
Hooray!
Yay!
Ash wins. Noctowl wins.
It's kind of a lame battle, honestly, compared to ones we've seen, but
Well,
Not my favorite.
I actually didn't. I don't. The battle itself was okay. It was fun enough and had good tension, and I like sort of the pace of it. I guess how he was like down 2 and then had to come back. But the reasons for how he did figure out how to
Mhm.
come back were just like not really there. Like
my
the sloppy.
2 complaints were that the setting was very boring. Like, it was just a
It's
room.
true, yeah.
And all of the normal and ghost moves hitting each other. That just took me out of it. Even with
That's
the
fair.
foresight. Like, all the licks hitting Noctowl and stuff. Nah. Nightshade hitting Noctowl can't. You can't hit Noctowl with ghost move. So
Oh, really?
yep,
Oh, 'cause
normal and
normal.
ghost
Yeah.
are immune to each other, yes.
Hmm.
But outside the gym, Morty says that he has faith in Ash. Someone's gotta.
Mhm.
And he has Morty almost believing that Ash did see Ho-Oh. Almost believing. Not quite.
Yep.
And then he tells Ash, with you, anything's possible.
Okay.
I don't think we need to give Ash more of an ego than he has, but sure.
Gym leaders love doing that.
Yep. And he confers the fog badge to Ash. Hooray.
Nice. That's 4 badges.
Yep. Journey's far from over, the narrator says, but the goal has gotten a little bit closer. And then it's sunset. One last sunset to cap off today. Team Rocket hightail it out of that
Still
building. they
running
were in.
up that hill.
Yep. The feast almost ate them. The food.
Ooh, the food tried to eat them.
Yep. And one of them goes, it was absolutely ghastly.
Good
Very
one.
And they run into the sunset. And that's the episode. Weirdly, this whole time, these 2 episodes, I was hearing Morty and I was like, man, that sounds like a very familiar voice. And I just chalked it up to like them using the same voice actors for a lot of like random roles and stuff. But I'm
Mhm.
looking at Morty's page. Apparently, he was voiced by Andrew Rannells, who was the original Elder Price in Book of Mormon,
Oh, wow.
which I had no idea about. Very cool.
Andrew Rannells is in a whole bunch of
He's
stuff.
done a bunch of stuff
actually.
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a couple
Crazy. He's in
episodes
Big
on
Mouth.
How I Met Your Mother,
Yeah. Trolls band together. Wow.
Best Film, Peak Cinema.
Huh. That's actually yeah.
I think he's most
usually
known for his Book of
He's
Mormon.
most known for Morty. in
No, Book of
Pokemon.
Mormon.
No, I know, I'm just kidding.
Book of Morty.
Oh yeah, he's in Invincible. Oh yeah, it's just that usually like Pokemon voice actors or anime voice actors, especially from that period, were kind of in their own little bubble, right?
Mhm. Well, he's
So
done.
that's kinda
He's
interesting.
apparently done a lot
Who's
of
on it?
voice acting. so
Will and Grace.
quite a
Oh,
bit.
the new Will and Grace. Wow, crazy. Oh, and he was also on One Piece and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Man, what a career! This guy's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was in a lot of anime, and he kind of like transitioned out.
He's very good at what he does. Anyway, book me. One last
Okay,
book
so the
me before
trope
we go.
I'm looking at is called the 11th hour superpower. And this is very common in like, comics and animation where someone is against the ropes, they're about to lose, and then what's this? They learn a new move right at the end. So there's a lot of anime examples, but there's lots of like kaiju examples too, like various Godzilla movies. Like more recently, King Kong versus Godzilla has this where they get moves where King Kong's like struck by lightning and it powers him up randomly. There's a part where like Godzilla in a different movie turns into burning Godzilla randomly. Very common. Kung Fu Hustle is one of my favorite movies actually. Happens a whole bunch in that in really fun, interesting ways that I don't want to say because I don't want to ruin that if you haven't seen it. It's very common, but these aren't books. And it's actually way less common in books, okay? But I did find one, I think this is a young adult series called Nerds, and it's an acronym. I don't know this series, but I guess it stands for National Espionage Rescue and Defense Society. They're like nerd spies or something like that. And apparently in the final battle of the final book, Jackson Braceface transforms his braces into a mech, which is not a power that they knew he had, but he learns right at the end. That sounds fun.
I thought nerd standing for nobody ever really does squats.
Everyone skips legs?
Yeah, everyone skips leg day. That's what it's about, right?
Yeah. Guess so.
All right. Well, Sky High fits in with that. One of my favorites. I've brought it up before. Sky High.
I'm sure it does. That seems like a movie that would have that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's like really common in that stuff. Like if I look into like the anime section for this trope, it's like every shonen anime has examples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so major spoilers for Sky High. Skip ahead a couple minutes if you don't want to hear. But the film's premise is that Will Stronghold, son of his dad has super strength and his mom flies, two very famous superheroes. He doesn't have superpowers. He can't find his powers. But partway through the film, during a fight with the bully character, he finds his super strength unlocks, and he is now super strong, just like his dad. And so we think, oh, cool, he found his powers, his super strength. But then near the end of the movie, during the final confrontation with the big baddie of the film, he gets launched out of the window, out off of the sky-high platform, plummeting to his death because the school is like miles in the air. Then that is when he unlocks his ability to fly, and he has 2 superpowers.
Whoa, chosen one.
I know, right? It's crazy. It's pretty fucking epic, actually.
Yeah, I guess I could watch that. It's got Kurt Russell in
It's a very fun movie, honestly. Like, it's not one of those, like, I watched it as a kid, but it's really bad for adults. No, it's an entertaining film. And Kurt Russell is great in it.
I love Kurt Russell. He's a gem.
All right, let's rate and get out of here.
4-port time again. Hit me with a category, Kellan.
First category from Ghost to Ghost will be the flavor of the featured Pokemon if it were cooked. How do you eat a Gengar?
Ooh, this is a bad one, Kellan, because I don't know if you can cook this. I mean, it is weak to... fire attacks will hurt it, though.
Yeah.
So it can burn, but there is no flesh.
It can be physically touched.
Yeah, but it would just be like cold, clammy.
What about Gengar tongue?
Ooh, you can probably only eat the tongue. I bet you the tongue's really tender if it's like stewed for a long time.
Sounds like a delicacy, like a really expensive cut of meat.
Yeah.
Since Gengar would be tough to
get
a hold
of. Tongue can
be
pretty good in a dish, I think.
Yeah.
I guess I've had cheek more. I don't know. I bet your tongue could be really good. I bet your Gengar tongue could be good. But it's it would have to be cooked really precisely. It's not
it's like
something I would buy and cook. Like, you got to know what you're doing.
It's like pufferfish. You got to do it just right or it's going to kill you.
Or you get poisoned by the shadow ball. 3.
Yeah, that's sad. I don't think it's good.
Because the tongue, I mean, if very specific situations could be pretty tasty, but it's not like a typical go-to.
What if you slow cook it?
That's what I'm saying. It would have to be like slowly braised. I bet you it would be, because like braised beef tongue is like a dish. I bet you like that.
You know, putting it in slow cooker, I mean, that makes everything better. I'm just thinking about slow cooking it now. 4.5.
But you don't really put beef tongue in a slow cooker.
Maybe you don't. I do what I want. Thank you very much.
Look, I just say it because it's like, never mind. I won't go into.
All right. Well, that's 3.75 for that. Final category will be Team Rocket's scheme
of getting tricked the whole episode.
Yeah, they don't have
a
much.
scheme. They're into like a dark fantasy of their own creation.
Their scheme is to steal all that treasure,
Yeah,
and they don't get anything.
It just gets turned into nothing. It's a terrible scheme. It sucks ass. They're plotting this episode. It's like it's one of those ones where they just had to have Team Rocket in it, but they're barely in it.
Yeah, they don't even do the motto.
So 2. It's weak as hell.
It is very weak. It's a 2.4. That's 2.2 for that. Overall, from Ghost to Ghost, a 2.975.
Oh, that sucks.
Rough week.
Oh,
this week.
Sorry, Ghost to Ghost.
Man.
You got chat on.
We used up all of the good luck last week on Mewtwo returns.
You know what? That's okay. Love when we can give the movies a boost. That critique wasn't bad, though. You know, in summary, yeah, the battle could have had a little bit more interesting writing, but there were some nice nods, especially in the first episode, to game events, which was nice. Added some color, so.
Yeah, the second episode I thought was okay, but I thought the first episode was actually quite fun.
Yeah, the first one was just more interesting.
Yeah.
I think it gave us lore. It kind of gave us some different perspectives of the Pokemon world. Yeah, more interesting.
But enough about this week. That's in the past. What about next week? What are we doing next week?
What about the future? I'd love to know.
The future?
Are they still in Ecruteak next week?
It's all Chrome in the future. Next week, we're
Google
looking at
Chrome, no Firefox anywhere.
Next week, we're looking at 2 more episodes. We're going to kick it off with Troubles Brewing, or in Japanese, The Five Sisters of Eevee, exclamation mark, Battle at the Tea Convention.
Battle at the Tea Convention. That should have been the name. Troubles Brewing's good, but Battle at the Tea Convention is like, just look at all these tea enthusiasts just hopped up on caffeine ready to go.
And then followed by that will be episode 186, All That Glitters, or in Japanese, Yamakurasu, exclamation, The Stolen Badges, exclamation.
Ooh. Oh, sweet. Okay, so we're still partly in Ecruteak at least, because the Five Sisters is there.
More game bits.
That's
with the
fun,
kimonos.
because it's a game event, and then looks like we got some Murkrows. So join us next week for Tea Ladies and Murkrows.
The classic combo.
Yeah, the classic combo. Well, thank you for sticking with us. This has been another week of TCAD. Ecruteak, the week of Ecker Week and Ecruteak, and we are out of here. So thank you for listening. Please engage with us on wherever you're listening. Video versions are on youtube.com/HydraLeech is the channel name. Please leave comments there. And you can also find us wherever fine podcasts are downloaded for audio versions, platforms like Spotify, etc. Please engage with on there. Set your podcast to auto download, really helps the channel. You can leave us questions, either sent to us to our email address. It's tokilladeliBird@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter. Handle is tokilladeliBird. Intro and outro music is 80th Synthwave by Alexi Action. Kellan runs a TikTok. The channel is called HydraLeeches, anime error analysis, shorts, other fun stuff. And then also Twitches from time to time, twitch.tv/HydraLeeches, where you'll find live streams and they'll be shouted out on Twitter before he goes live. Also, if you follow the channel, you'll know when he goes live.
I am going to do... I guess we're recording this really early this week. By next week, yeah. I should have at least done one Zelda Echoes of Wisdom stream. So.
Oh, you got Echoes of Wisdom.
I did, and I haven't played it yet because I've been waiting to stream, and I have not had the energy to stream. Hell yeah.
Oh, sick. Congrats
on buying a video game.
Well, yeah. Finding the funds and purchasing. Congrats.
Sure. Well, that's Ecruteak. We did a good critique, I would say.
An Ecruteak?
In Ecruteak. Ash, he's a little pipsqueak, but he got through it.
Squeak.
Yep. And next week is another week.
Week is Ecruteak.
Maybe we'll talk about the Greek. That was just a little tongue-in-cheek.
Oh, Kellan.
Oh. That's me.